Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to a new episode of Out of the Park Baseball 20 as the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Entering Season 3, we have an okay core and some tough decisions to make. Starting with the easiest decision in baseball history, non-tendering Willie Banks. Carlos Reyes, equally bad decision, equally easy decision. Fire him. Telford can stay. Yeah, I'm not gonna begrudge you 350 some grand. Tinsley, if you take like 250, I'd sign you, but I mean you're good defensively, but I can probably find better, and you're a terrible hitter. So there we go. We could think about bringing back Stan Javier or Benito Santiago, but Santiago in particular complained all season. I don't feel any real desire to bring him back. Because he's going to want to start, and he's not going to start as long as we have Damian Miller. He's just not. So let's go ahead and advance through some of the awards. We've got Anthony Telford back. Lovely. Another gold glove for Ray Sanchez. And Rondell White and Carlos Delgado both carry home Silver Sluggers, which is pretty tasty. Now remember, our draft pick position isn't super great this year. So while we can ooh and ah about Brad Penny or Milton Bradley or Julio Lugo, we have to accept that we're not getting any of those players. Maybe Julio Lugo. So what we're going to do actually is look at the draft order. 13. I did say top 15. I was correct. So we should still get a decent player, but not a great one. Which means if we can add an elite level free agent, it behooves us to do so. Because any free agent we add, if they're good enough... Oh, damn, you both took salary arbitration. Okay. That's fine. The thing is, only Sean Green really seems like he'd be worth a big money deal. I'm just going to wait until after the draft again. Oh, right, I have to activate you, don't I? I was hoping they both declined, but they didn't, so that's fine. Hall of Fame voting. Any new players? I mean, to the extent that any reliever deserves it, I think Goose Gossage deserves it. I'll chuck him a vote. Charlie Huff, no. Kent Herbeck, I've always thought Jack Morris was overrated. Dale Murphy, maybe next year. Rick Sutcliffe, maybe never. Yeah, this ballot works okay, I guess. I do have an open spot on the ballot. I'll throw in a vote for Murph. We haven't done much trading, which is fine. We don't have to trade. I just wish we could get literally anything for Jeff King. You know what? Fuck it. I could bring a Rafael Palmeiro. Yeah, these are all objectively bad players, is the thing. You know what? Not Matt Williams. And we do want an upgrade at third base, right? Let's make the deal. And that way we can let Jeff Bloom work on his craft in AAA. Because we're pushing in some chips this year. Tim Hudson dominated at both single A and double A. He's at least earned a spring training look. I think Eric Milton's going to make the roster to stay this year. I think there is some definite moving and or shaking happening. The vast majority of the good players will be gone before I get to pick. That's just the reality we're facing right now. I mean, I'm not even going to look at the top of the top because there's no way that, say, Rafael Furcal would fall to me. Which is fine. There's some good mid-level rotation pitchers, which is something we could definitely use. I think there's some talent to be had. Hello, Barry Zito. You know what? Hey, if we're gonna go the Oakland A's route, let's go full bore, right? Why the fuck not Barry Zito? Then all we have to do is get Matt Morris in a couple of seasons, and we'll have like the complete early 2000s Oakland A's pitching staff. Reggie Taylor is terrible. Ross Glode could potentially have a pretty solid bat. I'm going to take a stab at him. Paxton Crawford can be a double Ray. Do you have any interesting batters left, or are they all gone? They're pretty much all gone. I'm just going to go ahead and complete the draft. I don't even care who we take with the last two picks. All right. So the next step is to see what we can grab in the Rule 5. Actually, I guess the next step would be to make sure that we don't have anyone in the Rule 5 we don't want to grab. Now, do we go super saucy and push him right to the majors? Let's start him in Double A. And then if we promote Hudson, I will think very strongly about also promoting... What's his face? There's literally nobody here that I care about. If we lose them, we lose them. Jesus, Johnson. Alright, dude. Alright. There's really nobody here worth taking, which doesn't shock me. Complete the draft, please. Why is OSA doing the scouting? You know what? I'm not going to question it. Please take an extension, my scouting director friend. Now, David Dowd. Oh, you're a neutral pitching coach. That's fine. Okay. What can we add? Roger Clemens, huh? You know what? I think Fernando Vina would fill a better role on this team. How much money does he even want? He wants a couple of years at $3 million each. That's not the worst. Who is my current second baseman? Oh, it's McLemore. You know, he's probably honestly not that much better than McLemore. If I'm playing McLemore at second. Yeah, really right field is the one area we could really seriously upgrade at. I mean, third base, but didn't we just sign someone for third base? No, we traded for Matt Williams. Right, which solves third base. Let's take a dive on Roger Clemens. Oh, you don't want to pitch for us. Because you're a jerk. Right, that makes sense. A really good bullpen guy is not a possibility. Jeff Nelson, you know what? Welcome aboard. And I would actually offer Brent Maine a minor league deal. Just have a second catcher. If Roger Clemens would have signed with our organization, I would have definitely pushed in a bunch of chips this year. But the chance of adding both Zito and Hudson. Hey, we got Jeff Nelson. Nice. Ross Glode, you are very raw. Go to A-ball. Paxton Crawford, you can go right to AA. I'm actually really happy about Jeff Nelson. I think that's going to help our team quite a lot. What positions do I need to fill, really? I need a backup catcher. Please give me my scouts' impressions, not your stupid nonsense. We're going to promote Milton, so let's try to get a couple of good young relief pitchers and maybe a couple of generic outfielders. Roberto Hernandez, would you like to join us? There's something that just feels right about inviting Roberto Hernandez to join the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. And I will happily give you a multi-year deal and then just stow you in the bullpen. That seems good. Ooh, Dave Malicki. I'm going to wait. Because, right, we're going to get a full year of Carlos Beltran, right? Are you absolutely fucking high? That is the only thing I can think of that would convince you that I would ever trade Tim Hudson for anything. Ever. Hey, Robin Yount finally made it. Good for him. Sim up to preseason, and we'll see if the owner is willing to give us some cash. Here we go. A nice quality backup catcher. I would like you to take a 3-year deal. Like that. Perfect. It's a giant raise for him, but it's not like he doesn't deserve it. And how much longer do I have you? I have you for one season after this, right? I do. Okay. Yeah, here's what I'm thinking, though. Excellent. And you can also come to the majors. You've dropped a bunch of my budgets because you're a jerk. That's fine. Jerk face McJerk. Wonder if one has ever actually signed Roger Clemens yet. They have, okay. Let's get the JT Snow, you guys. Alright. I am kind of sad Stan Javier left, but he served the purpose he needed to serve, and now it's time to let some of the youngsters play. Milton, you're invited to spring training. Smith, I don't need to rush you. Johnson, you're invited to the 60-day disabled list. Is there anyone else that I would like to give a shot to? I would like Dan Smith to get a bit more experience. Same for Hudson. I'd like him to get a full year in AAA. I am going to push Zito a little hard, but we could have an incredible young rotation next season. And that's why I'm hesitant to push in my chips. OSA thinks he's still a transcendent talent. We really think he's going to be very, very good. Which is perfect, obviously. Yeah. Let us do it, companions. Do I want to give Hudson some... No, I don't want him getting hurt. I want him to sit back, relax, enjoy AAA, and then next season he can see the light of day. You would give me a mediocre reliever in exchange for Donnie Sadler, who plays second base and nothing else. I mean, I'm going to see if I can get you to give me something else, too. How about Matt Wise? You can't give me Matt Wise. I mean, this doesn't hurt us, but it also doesn't help us all that much either. Yeah, we'll do it. It doesn't hurt to have extra bullpen arms, right? I kind of like the season to be like the worst possible season. Without people like getting so badly hurt they can never play baseball again. That's, I think, my objective. Because if we could get like another top 5 pick, I think in year 4 we make the playoffs. Or if we can make some other kind of brilliant trade that instantly solves many, if not all, of our current problems. I forgot to tell my bench coach to do his thing. Bench coach, do your thing. Thank you. There you go. One more week, and then we will be able to start putting the roster together. Okay. Step 1, the pitching staff. We have 14 pitchers. I need to get rid of 2. Mike Cather, you're bad. Please leave. And Serafini, you are equally bad. Please go. Position players only really need to get rid of 1, and that's going to be Mike Luke. No, I want to trade Adrian Brown. I would like to get, please, another outfielder who is good at playing center field. Or I could get Dave Borkowski. Please, only outfielders. Thank you very much. McKay Christensen. Perfect. You are what I want in my life. Would you give me Ramon Castro too? I would have to add somebody quite good to get you to cough up Castro, which is reasonable. Could I get Terrence Long instead? Like, seriously, could I get Terrence Long instead? No. Well, I guess that's fair. Yeah, I'll take McKay Christensen. And we'll just see how he turns out in the minors. And then that fills the last thing. We are low on outfielders. Actually very, very low. Let's trade Mike Bordick. Like, he's clearly a better hitter than Sanchez. Like, I mean, that's not even disputable. He's a better hitter. But I also don't need a great hitter. Right? So if I could flip Mike Bordick and acquire a good 4th outfielder, I think it's worth it to me. Calvin Murray. You're actually quite nice. You've got decent plate discipline. You play center field quite well. Marty Cordova only plays left. Michael Tucker does play left and right. He's not a great center fielder, but it doesn't mean he can't play the position. So far, you're winning, Michael Tucker. Juan Encarnacion can't play center. Meadra Cummings can play center, can't hit. Damian Jackson, not even a center fielder, really. Pretty decent second baseman, though. Danny Bautista, let's pretend I didn't even see that. Damon Buford. A decent bat. Plays center field reasonably well. You're a 4th outfielder. That's all I need you for. And you've got enough pop. I actually kind of like the idea of Damon Buford. I kind of like it a lot. Yes, Damon Buford, your time is now, my friend. Would you give me Michael Young? No, Chiefs drafted him. That's fair. How about Willis Roberts? he'd think about it. Like, if you want this terrible catcher, I will happily make this trade. Perfect. That's exactly what I want in my life. Damon Buford goes directly to the majors to fill a desperate need. And Willis Roberts can continue to develop in my system and eventually become quite a handy pinch or quite a handy relief pitcher. That was a really good trade. I actually quite like it. All right. So, let's advance to opening day. And then we'll put our roster together. Oh, excuse me. Oh. I've received a personal message. You would like me to stay respectable. I no longer have a top... Oh, no, I do have a top 10 prospect. I just have Tampa Bay. Or Tim Hudson. Hudson, Zito, Milton, Smith, and Crawford. That's very fair. We're actually quite close to St. Louis. What is it St. Louis has it so great? Like, you have a number of, like, mediocre outfield prospects. I think my amazing pitching prospects deserve more credit, but whatever, dude. I'm not going to judge you except when I judge you. Clear staff, please. The ace of this rotation is going to be Orojo, followed by Castillo, followed by Eric. I'm on a very strict pitch count, Milton, followed by Guzman, followed by Olivares. Oh, you know what? I help without pitching ratings. Thank you. Jeff Nelson is closer. Lou Pote is setup man. Roberto Hernandez is also setup man. Anthony Telford is middle relief. Bench Sampson is left-handed specialist, middle relief. Sorry. Both of you are going to be long relief emergency starters. And the pitching staff is finished. Let's clear you. Okay. As always, we start with the lineup, right? You have to start with the lineup. Best hitter on the team is Carlos Delgado. Mark McLemore actually makes a lot of sense as a leadoff hitter because he's so good at drawing walks. I like it. Rondell White cleanup. Carlos Beltran, number 2. Matt Williams, number 5. John Vanderval, 7th. Damian Miller, 6th. Ray Sanchez, 8th. I forgot about Matt Stairs. I am so sorry, Matt. You definitely deserve to be hitting 6th over Damian Miller. And you are the designated hitter. Generate me a depth chart if you would. And you really want me to play Brent Maine. I don't see why, quite frankly. How's about every 10 days for Brent? And then I'm going to copy and paste them both. Pasty. generate me this, and generate me this. And let's go already. Wait, who do I have that's still a spring training invitee? Oh, did I forget to put Eric Milton on the roster? I did. Sorry, Eric. There you go. And Hershiser is just going to retire at the end of the season, which is fair. Any big changes? Not really. Delgado's eye gets a tiny bit worse. Jeff Bloom gets a tiny bit better. Carlos Beltran gets a good bit better. But he's still quite raw. Hudson gets better. Zito gets the slightest bit worse. But that's okay, because he's going to just need some time. Let's update the season. And you two jerks. To AAA with you both. Olivares is going to miss 3 weeks. I don't mind letting Hershiser pitch, but you're placing me in a very strange position. Like, I don't know how we're playing this well. Okay, first of them is Carlos Beltran just being like, oh yeah, I know how to play Major League Baseball. I'm really good at it. Like, this is obviously not remotely sustainable. It can't be. Can it? Let's not read too much into this. Let's go 1 more month. Because we're going to have to reverse Rockies this, right? If we're going to be successful, it's going to have to come on the strength of our pitching staff. Like, we are really keeping up. I mean, I could not care less about Rocky Coppinger. Go away, please. Eric Milton is the #1 rookie. Yeah, Carlos Beltran is just dominating. Guys, I don't think I can ignore Tim Hudson. Maybe I can. Maybe I shouldn't fuck with it. Not yet, anyway. Like, the only one who's, like, Frank Castillo is clearly not very good, and Omar Olivares is clearly not very good. But our other starters are fine. Our bullpen is extremely solid. And I just don't feel a rush to call up Tim Hudson. Now, if one of my starters gets hurt, I think I have to go to Hudson. I think we're just close enough to the playoffs. Oh, here we go. We got people saying that they want to come back, including Matt Stairs. I mean, you're kind of cold this season, Matt. Maybe you'll turn it around, but for now, I'm not too enthused about bringing you back. Olivares, same, honestly. I think you're very much replaceable. Macklemore, I'm not sure about. And I'm going to let you prove it to me over the course of the rest of the season, because so far, you're hitting like a maniac. And I don't know that that's going to be the case the whole season. But it could be, right? A no-hitter for Barry Zito. All right. Personnel, assistant GM, you've done fine. All my minor leaguers are fine. I might actually promote Danny Reyes to be the new pitching coach. And we'll just go to July 1st. Can I just trade him for literally anything? Fuck it. I'm going to push all the buttons. You've got reasonably good stuff, actually. Maybe Coppinger's not the one I should be getting rid of. Oh, how long are you hurt, Guzman? Just a day. Maybe it should be Ramon Martinez that I'm trying to shed. What could I give for you? I could get Dave Borkowski, who at least could someday be a useful reliever. Yeah, let's grab him. Coppinger gets promoted. Borkowski gets added to the 40-man and then is immediately placed in AAA. No, don't do that, please, Rocky. You're a middle reliever. Act like it, please. Can you please use Anthony Telford less often? Thanks, mate. I don't think there is that much to like about the trade. I'm kind of happy with Mark McLemore. Like, the dude's hitting 290. He's getting on base at a 365 clip. You know what we're going to do? We're going to swap Damian Miller and Matt Stairs in the order. Just because I think Damian's a little bit better as a hitter. I mean, I don't really need Tim Hudson right now. I just don't. If somebody got hurt, yes. Let's keep going. I mean, Tim Hudson is so dominant. Barry Zito is really pitching well in AA. Okay, here's the thing. I love the idea of adding David Justice. He's a great outfielder. He's a tremendous hitter. But I don't want to give up Dan Smith. What if I drop Dan Smith? What would I have to add? Oh, I could add tons of players. You know what? You want Edgard? I will only ever hit a little bit. Clemente. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to submit this as is. And we'll see if that trade happens. Done. I think that's the perfect deal. I really do. You are everything I want in an outfielder right now, David Justice. Yeah, you do a lot of things extremely well, Mr. Justice. I'm going to let you bat 7th for right now, and then as the season progresses, I may bump you further up. There we go. Now let's proceed. Macklemore and Stairs both want to come back. You want to give me Omar Vizquel. I love Omar, but he's no Ray Sanchez. So reject. Yes. You want a fair bit of money, but I don't think that's a terrible idea. Matt Stairs, you seem more easily... Oh, how much do you even want to come back? You want quite a lot of money. I'm not prepared to pay that much for you. Haha, suck it, Moises Alou. TB. Carlos Delgado, Carlos Beltran. Los Dos Carlos have earned all-star spots. Which is, you know what, that's fine. I can live with that. A personal message. A second no-hitter? Tim, you're supposed to be making my decision easier. Maybe you are trying to make my decision easier. Like, Frank Castillo isn't very good. I only want prospects. Like, Kyle Farnsworth is exactly the kind of player I would love to add. Damaso Marte. Aaron Mayette. Very talented pitcher. Danny Cobb. I think Kyle Farnsworth is the best of the bunch, right? Very much so. Like, if he just improves his movement, he's going to be a damn fine reliever. So, yes, I will give you Frank Castillo. For a very important reason. My friends, it's Tim Hudson time. Very much pitch count for you too, my friend. I mean, for the record, he's thrown 2 no-hitters and struck out 17 in AAA this year. He forced me to make this decision in the best of all possible ways. This is him saying, bitch, let me pitch. And I'm going to be all like, yeah, okay. You're pretty good. No. It's not that I object to trading Clemente or Christensen. It's that I object to trading them for Mike Oquist. I don't need another mediocre reliever. I've got lots of them just sitting in the minors. I also don't want Omar Vizquel. As much as it pains me to say that, I just don't. What are you offering me, Cubs? Randy Velarde for a couple players I don't really feel like giving up. Do I trade Olivares? But then if I do, who do I call up? I don't have a ready replacement for him. So I think maybe we just take it easy. I think it's Coppinger. I think Coppinger is always going to be a problem. I'm going to waive him, and if he disappears, he disappears. But I think adding Dan Smith now would be a perfect timing. Because Dan Smith is a really damn good pitcher. And I think that's just where we're going to have an easier time improving the team. We're going to have to do it through superior pitching rather than lighting up every team we play against. And I think we're going to do really well offensively. Don't get me wrong. But I think our path to sustained success is going to be pitching staff-wise. Brian Boehringer, meh. Javier Valentin. I have some interest in Valentin. I don't have interest in giving up Matt Stairs to get him, though. So I'm going to pass. You will give me players I don't want. I'm just going to finish today to end the trading deadline. You know what, David? I will accommodate you if you shut the fuck up. That is my promise to you. Yeah, you're actually still pretty good. And I love how you wait until the day after the trade deadline to say you want to be traded like a little bitch. It's fine. Like, here's the thing. Oh, you're hitting really well. You know what? I'm going to give you your wish, David. Because that's how much I like you. This also takes pressure off of Matt Williams, which I think is another good thing. There you go. Up to roster. I do? Oh, I do. Yeah, that's right. He did clear waivers. And now I've just got to basically cut him and eat 50 grand because I'm pretty sure I clicked a button that you're saying I didn't. Whatever. Yes, I don't care. Please stop bothering me. I'm actually kind of happy with you too, Damon. You want to stay here for a couple $100,000? You know what, Damon? You're in. It's not time for a trade. It's really time for you to stop being so damn delusional and to shut up. That's what it's time for. Just stop. Yeah, I don't think we're going to make the playoffs this year. You are absolutely fucking mental. I don't know why you think you should be a starting pitcher. You need to stop. Just each and every player on this roster needs to stop. This is just the silliest thing I've ever heard. It really, truly is. Yeah, I don't think we make the playoffs this year. I don't think we have the sustained success yet that we would need to guarantee ourselves a playoff spot. Like, I have no objection to bringing you back. I have lots of objections to bringing you back at $4 million a year. You're just not that good, dude. Hudson's control got better, which is lovely to see. Matt Williams is still very much Matt Williams. David Justice got better. Some improvements there. Barry Zito's control's getting better. I think I'm going to have you... I'm going to promote you to triple... actually, it's too late now. The season's over. Promoting you to AAA would do absolutely no good. So I'm just going to ignore it. You know, 85 and 76 is pretty damn good, I'm going to say. And I think we just need a couple more very good starters. Maybe an upgrade in the bullpen or two. Hey, we got a 2020 player in Carlos Beltran. I love it. Ooh, Corey Lee. Right. Guzman and Sanchez are both coming back. That sounds great. I don't know why you think I'm going to easily make the playoffs. I think you're possibly drunk. Oral Hershiser's going to quit. That's all fine. I love how Tim Hudson won AAA Cy Young, basically, despite the fact he only threw 180 innings there. Okay. So here's what we need to happen. First of all, let's look at the team, right? What went well this year? The two Carloses were insanely good. I think Beltran has some more growing to do, but I already think he's one of the best players in the majors, and I think he's only going to get better. Another great year from Carlos Delgado. Mark McLemore had just a very, very solid year for us. Matt Williams turned out to be an okay pickup. We've only got him for 2 more years, and he doesn't strike me as that great, but he's been solid. Damian Miller, once again, provided quality offense from a difficult position to find it from. Rondell White was good. David Justice possibly has some room for improvement. He hit the homers, but he didn't really provide much else. So I'd like to see him hit closer to 250 or 260. And Ray Sanchez again provides virtually all of his ability through his glove. Matt Stairs was acceptable, but not $5 million a year acceptable. I think he's a bit delusional that I should pay him that much. And then the other players were all relatively okay. Pitching. Eric Milton had a great year. Tim Hudson had an amazing year, given that neither one of them pitched. He didn't pitch all that many innings. Arojo was very solid. I think Barry Zito would play a big role on this team. I think we can update the bullpen a bit. Oh, you can go up to AA. You can go up to single A. You can go to single A. You can go to single A. And Ross Glode can go to single A. Why not? Christensen can go to double A. Oh, I guess you think he should be in single A. No, you think he should be in rookie. Whatever. You'll figure it out. We've got a lot of pitching. What we need to do is add a couple of hitters. A really good pitcher in Hudson is going to be a big part of that. Adding Barry Zito, possibly as soon as next season. I mean, he dominated Double A. He could very well make the jump. Which would then give me 3 pitchers that are 25 or younger. Arojo, who is, for all intents and purposes, very young too, because he's put very little innings on his arm. I think this is the year we really start to look hard at free agency. And upgrade some bullpen guys too. But I want to look hard in free agency, see if we can find that one final piece. We have $10 million. If we spend that on the right player or players, I think we could see a pretty great season. Oh, not $750. That would be a little unfair. But that's going to be for next time. I hope you all have enjoyed the series thus far. We're 3 seasons in. We're on the right track. If we can add another 9 to 10 wins to this roster, and I think we definitely can, I think we're going to see some playoff appearances in our near future. Until then, though, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.